Yeah, g'day guys, my name's Phil, and for a while now I've been building interesting kind of cars, more of a budget build, get the job done kind of thing. It's always been my build style. I've had a fair few people follow me and ask me to make videos about what I do. I'm pretty nervous about it, but I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Alright, so this is my, well, skid car I guess. It's kind of in bits, so I'll do a walk around another day when it's done. But basically a little Galant with a Commodore motor in it. And the reason I'm doing the video today is to do with hydraulic clutches. Now, this obviously is a 74? Yeah, no, 73 Galant. So back then they didn't really use hydraulic clutches. So as you can see, just here is where the normal clutch line would come out of. So when I got the motor and gearbox, it's a 3.8 Commodore motor with a 5-speed get rag behind it. Didn't come with a master cylinder, unfortunately. Now, the Commodore master cylinders were quite expensive and I didn't bother following them up. And one thing a lot of people don't really understand or know about it is it doesn't really matter where it comes from, essentially. So with your hydraulic cylinders, it's a size thing more than manufacturer, it doesn't matter. So this one here is actually out of a Magna that was dumped in the bush. So recycled it, it's a really neat little unit. Fits in there, actually it looks factory-ish. And it works perfectly because it was the same bore size as the Commodore one. So just because it's a completely different looking thing, works perfect because, yeah, exactly the same cylinder. So when you're doing conversions and things like that, you're not necessarily stuck with what's from the factory. The same deal with your brakes. Now here I'm actually changing out some bits and pieces. This is the one I did have in the car, which is a 7/8, which is quite a big, was the wrong choice for the car, but it was, again, found in a dump car out of the bush. It's meant to actually have a brake booster on it, but obviously, there's not exactly a lot of space here, so we went boosterless. So it really didn't provide enough brake pressure. Like, it felt like I was pushing my foot through the floor to get the car to sit on the brake. So in comes this one, although much older looking. And it is out of a LJ Suzuki. It's actually a factory Suzuki one. That's kind of cool. Not the one over there. It's out of another one. And it is a 3/4 size. So it's a much smaller cylinder. So what the smaller cylinder is, for the same pedal distance pushed in, you end up with more pressure. So less fluid transfer, but more pressure to that fluid. Whereas the bigger one, you get your more fluid with your less pressure. It's kind of hard to get your head around it, but once you figure it out, it makes what the brakes were before, they'll be quite a lot softer, a bit more spongier, I guess, but it will provide a lot more pressure at the calipers. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope this goes well. I'll upload it and see how we go. Thanks, guys.